I think we're live now. Yes, we're live. It's working. Somebody joined. Hi there. More people are joining now. How are you guys doing? Oh, they just left. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Absolutely okay. I don't really know if people are like informed much about this because I feel like the community tab doesn't show those posts to everyone. Hi, I'm fine. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Hello. Finally, people are joining. I'm so relieved. I was like worried for a moment that nobody's gonna show up. Please let me know if you can like hear me well, if it's working, and let me know where you guys are from. Like that would be very, very interesting to know. Thank you for being here. So I was thinking like if you guys have any like questions related to manifesting or anything, like just please write them in the chat and I will do my best to answer. Oh, thanks for letting me know that it's working. You're from Krakow. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. From Poland. Yay. Hello. Namaste. Hi everyone. If you don't already know, I'm from Finland. Just just like saying that. More and more people are joining. It's like very nice to be live again and I have a new setup, so it's easier for me to go live now. So hopefully I will start going live like once a month or something. I was like thinking about that. Okay, so I think we have a couple of questions coming in. So, how can I manifest money and love? So, I assume that you want to manifest these two things at the same time. It's like, um, it's easy. Like, you can manifest multiple things at a time. And I think that there are so many different techniques out there, like, so many different techniques, water techniques, pillow techniques, like, all sorts of techniques like affirmation, scripting. Find a technique or a meditation, even. Find a technique that works for you, that makes you feel good, and start becoming that new person who already has those things. Become that person who feels abandoned, who feels loved, who feels joyful. And when you start focusing on those things that you want, like love and money, you can start visualizing them, for example. You can start seeing yourself living that life in which you have that love. It could be a person, your specific person, or somebody new. And also, like imagining those situations where you have that money. Like, what is your life like? How do you feel? What kind of things do you do with that money? What kind of things do you do with the person you love? When you focus on these things in your mind, when you feel like you already have these things in your life, or when you feel like they're possible, when you feel this way, this physical reality is going to change. It is going to start reflecting back to you those new things that you are focusing on. And you can focus on multiple things at a time. So it's possible to manifest many things at the same time. Just basically focus only on what you want and ignore everything else. That's how to manifest money, love, basically anything. My SB told me she doesn't have any feelings for me and broke up with me. What should I do to manifest her back? Can I use my memory? I like your channel, every single video. Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry to hear about your situation. I'm sure it must be like very painful for you right now, but um Yes, you can use your memory. Absolutely. I think it's a very powerful thing to do because when you have a past with somebody and you have those great memories, like you were laughing together, you were talking, everything was great, you were so in love, you both felt so good. It's easy to use those memories as a kind of like a technique to get into that mode or state of being where you feel like, you know, where you just basically focus on what you want to have. And then that's going to shape your physical world as well. So, memory is a wonderful technique. And because you have had those moments, those great moments in the past with your specific person, it is it is easier for you to tell yourself like, this happened before, it can happen again. And like how to manifest her back. Just focus only on what you want. You want her back. Focus only on feeling as if she is already back in your life. Try not to focus too much on what she said to you or how she behaved or what she did or what she didn't do. Try not to focus on those things. Like you can even explain them to yourself like, "Oh, she didn't mean it," or "She was going through something, like she actually loves me." Whatever feels good to you, explain it to yourself this way. Because if you start thinking like, "Oh, this means that she said this or she does this and that's why I cannot have her back or that's why I cannot have my manifestation." If you do like that, then you are literally creating your own circumstances. But when you're like, whatever she did or whatever she's doing or whatever she said, like she didn't mean it, she loves me, she's coming back. When you can focus on that, it's going to be reflected back to you in your physical world. So I hope that helps. Um, Somebody's saying like, why nothing not functioning in my life, and always I manifest good things. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but are you like, you're saying that nothing is working out in your life? Is that what you're saying? If you feel like things are not working for you, if you feel like the world is against you, then you have fallen into that victim state. And that's absolutely okay. It's fine. But if you start focusing more on those good things in your life and those good things that are going to happen in the future, when you start focusing on those great things instead of the negativity and things that are not working right now, going to start feeling more empowered. And that's when great things are going to start manifesting. Someone is asking, how can I manifest my baby walking again on his own feet after a spinal surgery and 1 year of therapy? Okay, I'm not a doctor, but I think that what you could do is to watch some videos that you find on YouTube where people have like they have had these crazy injuries, crazy things, crazy accidents happening to them. And they were told like, you will never walk again, or you will not live, or you cannot do something, whatever it is. But these people, they were able to overcome those things. They were able to start walking again. And the reason why like you should watch this kind of content is that to so that you can sort of convince yourself that this is possible. Anything is possible, especially when it's about young kids. Like, it's so much easier for them to heal than it is for adults, for example. Maybe that's just a belief, but maybe it got something to do with the fact that, young kids, they are just like, they're still developing. So if something goes wrong, I guess it's like easier for them to, compensate that somehow. So, like, be positive, know that anything is possible, because there are those miracles, like medical miracles, like people have started walking and stuff like that. And just focus on seeing him already walking on his own feet. And like that's how you can manifest it. Hello, somebody's asking about manifesting financial freedom. I love this question. Financial freedom. First of all, define what financial freedom means to you, because it could mean so many different things to people. Somebody could think, like, okay, if I get like 2,000 euros or dollars a month, that will be enough. I'll be financially free. Or then somebody else could be like, I need like $2 million or 2 million euros a month, need a Lamborghini, like a huge house and a swimming pool, whatever it is. So define it for yourself. What does financial freedom mean to you? And then start focusing on that. You don't need to focus so much on how it is going to happen. You don't need to focus on how you're going to make that money or how you're going to get that money. What I like to do is that whenever I have that goal in my mind, like, what, I want to manifest money, or I want to like, I want to manifest a specific amount of money, or I want to make a specific amount of money every single month. I am not like, I try not to focus on the fact that I'm not there yet. And I also try not to focus on thinking like, oh, like, what if it's not gonna happen, or like, I just cannot do it because, like, whatever the excuse is. Try to focus on the endless possibilities that exist in this universe. Like, anything is possible. If those people were able to manifest that money, those millions, even you can do it. You're no special in that, when it comes to this. You can manifest anything you want. And one thing that I like to do is that I I often try to remind myself that, it doesn't matter how it's going to happen. And like, I tell myself, it's almost like an affirmation that, that thought or that idea, how I'm going to make that money, it's going to come to me. I am going to get that idea. I don't need to know how I'm going to make that money today. I just need to know that that is what I want. It's possible. It is going to happen. And I am going to get the thought or the idea to know how to make it happen. So that's one way to, like, go about manifesting financial freedom. Okay, somebody donated. Thank you so much. Let me read your question. How can I get my clinically anxious ex back when I pushed her very far, to the extent that she blocked mutual friends too and told them she will never? I think I mentioned this before. Like, if somebody tells you something, like, I have no feelings for you. I never want to see you again. I don't want to talk to you. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody tells you. You tell yourself. All that matters is that you tell yourself that this person didn't mean it. They actually love me. They love me for real. Love is not like an on off button. They still love me. Maybe they were just going through something. Maybe they were angry. That kind of negative feelings, they are going to fade away. They are going to remember all those good times that we had together, and they are going to come back to me. That's what my life is like. That's what is going to happen. So focus on that. Start telling this new story to yourself where your specific person didn't mean what they said. And also try not to focus on this idea that you have about your specific person, like you're saying that they are clinically anxious. What if you change the story to something like, my specific person feels extremely comfortable with me. My specific person feels very safe to be with me. My specific person knows that I am the one that understands them. I am there for them. They feel safe to be with me. They didn't mean what they said before, they were just scared. But it is safe for them to be with me, and they know that. And that's why they want to be with me, because they love me. Just focus on what you want to manifest, basically. It's very simple. This physical world is only a reflection of your inner state of being. When you start changing the story within, when you start telling this new story to yourself, this physical world is going to start shifting. It's going to start mirroring that new story back to you. And that's how manifesting works. That's how life works. That's how everything works. 24/7, either consciously or unconsciously. But when it comes to conscious manifesting, only focus on those things that you actually want to create. And that's how you shape your reality. It's very simple. Okay, let me see. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing? By the way, thank you so much for being here, guys. It is so much fun to answer your questions. Oh, this is an interesting one. What is the difference between as if technique and let go technique? Aren't they contradictory? Whoa, I feel like this is such a huge question, and I'm kind of trying to think about how I can like answer this in a way that's not gonna take like 2 days or something. So, okay, in short, as if technique is about acting as if your desired reality is already happening in the here and now. You're acting as if you're living your dream life already. You're acting as if your specific person loves you the most in the world and you're having the best relationship ever. You're acting and feeling and thinking as if you have all the money you need. You're basically acting as if you already are that person. You're acting, thinking, feeling like that person who already has your desire. So that's the as if technique. And second technique, let go technique. So what does letting go mean? It's a bit confusing because a lot of people think, and even I used to think like this before, like 2 years ago or something. A lot of people think that letting go means forgetting about your desire. Like, I'm just like visualizing it, I'm feeling it, and then I forget about it. Like, what am I even manifesting? Like, I don't know, I forgot about it. You don't need to actually forget about your manifestation. That's not what letting go means, actually. What letting go means is that you let go of everything that doesn't serve you. That's what it means. You let go of that old story of you not being good enough, of you not having your desire, that story or that belief of you being alone. You let go of all those things. And when you do that, and you focus on what you actually want to manifest, and you let go of that old stuff, that old story, like that's no longer me. doesn't serve me. I'm acting as if I already have my manifestation in the here and now. When you let go of that old stuff, you're going to create space for this new stuff in your life. And when you become this new version of you, this new reality is going to show up. Your physical world is going to start reflecting back to you your new inner reality. Because that's how manifesting works. Like I said it before, always works. When you change yourself, your physical world is going to change. So that's like the difference between as if technique and let go technique. And the reason why they are not contradicting each other is that when you're acting as if, you're you're also actually letting go. Because when you're acting as if, like as if you already have your desire, you let go of the old story. But if you find yourself obsessing about your manifestation, like, oh, like, where is it? Like, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? What if it's not going to happen at all? That's not acting as if. And that's not letting go either because you're so obsessed with it. And the reason why you're so obsessed with it is because you don't truly feel as if you already have it. Because when you feel as if you already are this person who has your desire, you're going to feel so empowered and so happy, so joyful, so grateful because you know that you deserve everything and you are going to have it no matter what. You don't even need to know exactly how it's going to happen. Anything is possible. It is going to happen. So I hope that answers the question. Can I manifest my specific person if I have negative thoughts? I would say that yes. Yes, you can. You can always manifest your specific person. I think I shared an affirmation in one of my videos that it's something like my desire manifests no matter how I feel or what kind of thoughts I think about. So when you tell that to yourself, you're not letting any negative emotions or feelings create a circumstance that would block your manifestation. Just focus on what you want and tell yourself, like, it's done. This is what I want. It's going to happen. And it doesn't matter even if I have negative thoughts or feelings, they're not going to ruin my manifestation because I know what I want and I can get it no matter what. Because you create everything, you create even what the experience of conscious manifesting is like for you. So you can make it very easy and very simple. You can manifest a reality where manifesting is easy, where manifesting is effortless, where manifesting happens no matter what kind of thoughts or feelings you have. Okay. There are so many questions. Thank you guys for being here. Seems like you guys are manifesting so many different things. Like some people are manifesting love, some people are manifesting money or a lottery, even physical health. It's amazing. What would you do if you had the fear of abandonment to change this pattern? So, how to overcome fear of abandonment? This is a huge question. And I have had huge fear of abandonment and probably like partially I still do because I'm not perfect. Like I'm just a human being and human beings are not perfect. So, but it doesn't mean that, like, I'm a victim or I'm stuck. But there are ways to overcome the fear of abandonment. And what I have done about it is that I have been there for myself. Because, when you feel like I'm being abandoned, like my specific person is leaving me or they left me, even if they literally left me, it's it's a horrible feeling. Even the fear of that happening, like, oh my god, I'm so afraid that my specific person is going to leave me. And that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if you are afraid of somebody leaving you, you're putting your focus on a scene, a mental scene where this person is leaving you, and that's going to manifest. But it doesn't have to if you can shift your focus you know to a reality where you are being shown up for. So I feel like whenever we feel this fear of abandonment, or when we feel this pain of having been abandoned, all we actually need in that moment is for somebody to show up for us, to tell us that, I love you, you're important, I'm never going to leave you, you matter so much, you are enough, I'm here for you, I'm never going to leave you. And when it comes to inner child work, you are the one, you are that person who has to be telling these things to yourself. You need to show up to that wounded part of you, your inner child. You need to meet that inner child. You need to allow yourself to temporarily experience those emotions, like, oh, they left me, I feel so hurt, I feel so small, I'm so scared, I feel so bad. Like, allow yourself to feel those feelings. Those feelings are not going to kill you. I know they're very painful. Yeah, like, you might even cry out when you do this. But at some point, when you start telling yourself these things, like, I love you, I'm here for you, I will never leave you, like, you matter so much to me, like, I'm here, you can even like hug yourself. When you listen to your inner child, when you allow them to speak, when you allow them to express their emotions, which are your emotions at the same time, by the way, when you allow that to happen and you no longer resist it, you can just let it go. Like, I understand that you feel abandoned, but it's not true, actually. You cannot be abandoned. Abandoned. You just cannot. You are love. You are the energy. Nobody can abandon you. I'm here for you. When you start showing up for yourself this way, the key, showing up for yourself first, it is going to start being reflected back to you in this physical world as well. People are going to start showing up for you and understanding your feelings when you first understand yourself and how you feel. It is extremely powerful. And when you feel safe within, when you feel fine within, you no longer need to be this needy person, like seeking approval from other people. And that's how it works. If you go to people with very needy energy and like fearful thoughts, like, oh my God, what if they are going to leave me? Then I think it's very easy to imagine how it would feel if somebody like that came to us. I think it would make us feel like uncomfortable, like I'm sorry, but I cannot show up for you. Like, you need to be there for yourself first, because when people come with that needy energy, it's just a dynamic and just a law of attraction. If somebody is needy, then they are going to attract even more neediness and circumstances or situations where people are not showing up for them. So maybe I'm going a little bit off the topic here, but basically, show up for yourself, do the inner work. And when you do that, other people are going to start showing up for yourself, for you too. I mean, when you stop abandoning yourself, no one else can abandon you either. That's how it works. By the way, thank you so much for all these wonderful questions. They have been great. Somebody's saying that they like watching all of my manifesting videos. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Like, you guys are the only reason why I'm doing it, why I keep making these videos. I feel so inspired when I receive comments like, this worked. Or like, I listened to this meditation and I got like $500 just like that. Or my specific person gained back or something, whatever it is. Just makes me feel so inspired. Like, I was able to inspire these people. Because when I was going through some painful phases in my life, I found so much comfort in watching other people's videos about manifesting and how to manifest this and how to manifest that. They make me feel so empowered. And now that I've had this YouTube channel for a little over a year, I just feel like it's my way of like giving back, because I know there are people out there who are just learning about manifesting, and maybe they are in very painful situations or something. Because that's how I found out about manifesting. I was in a painful situation. I was desperately trying to find a solution, and that's how I found out about conscious manifesting. So if I can help people, if I can inspire people to, change their life for the better, then, like, that is so great, like so amazing, and that literally puts a smile on my face and motivates me to keep making these videos every single day. Hi, I'm trying to manifest mega lottery jackpot. I bought a ticket waiting for the prize announcement. Let me ask you a question. Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting for the announcement? Because if you are doing doing it correctly, if you are doing the practice or acting if you're doing all that stuff correctly, if you're acting as if the lottery winner, there is absolutely no need for you to wait. There's no need for you to wait, because we only wait things that have not happened. So there is no need to wait. There's no need to wait. I suggest that you like really focus on that feeling within, that I am the lottery winner and nothing else matters. I don't need to wait anymore. I already am this person. There's no need to wait. I know it's going to happen. It has already happened. Because when you're waiting, when you're in the state of being of waiting, the reality that you are actually creating out of that state is not a reality where your manifestation shows up. So that's why I wanted to point that out. Hope that helps you. Very nicely answered. Thank you so much for explaining it. You're so welcome. So welcome. I'm so happy that it helped you. So yeah, we can do both as if and let go. Yeah, at the same time. Yeah. Can I manifest my desire now, or I have to wait a long time? You don't need to wait. Manifesting is always instant. The only time it takes for you to get what you want is the time that it takes to change yourself from within. So, for things to show up in our physical world, it doesn't need to take a long time. It can be instant. Start telling this story to yourself. Because literally anything is possible. As the creator of your reality, you create what manifesting is like for you. So start telling yourself that it is easy, it's instant, it is so effortless. And just focus on within, because this inner world is what creates that outer world. So don't try to put the cart before the horse, trying to fix something in the outside reality. Like, you don't need to do that. Just focus on yourself. Focus on feeling as if your desire is already there. And that's going to be reflected back to you in your physical world instantly, if you claim it to be instant. Can I manifest a phone call from my ex within 24 hours? Absolutely. Like, I've manifested messages, text messages, or maybe even calls in like, I think the fastest have been like in a matter of minutes. Like, it doesn't need to take a long time. If you can tell yourself that, you know, this call is going to happen, I know it for sure. My specific person is going to call me. I can already imagine what it feels like talking to them and hearing their voice. I can even hear some things that they're saying to me. Focus on that. And it's absolutely possible to manifest it in 24 hours or even less. But if you start feeling like, oh, like if it won't happen in these 24 hours, like I'll be in trouble, something goes wrong, or anything like that, then when you are in that kind of state of being, you are not actually creating the kind of reality that you want to create. So focus on only what you want and forget about how it would happen, because it could happen literally in so many different ways. Like, don't bother trying to think about all the ways like it could happen, because this universe has endless opportunities. Like, it could happen in so many different ways. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You just need to know that it is possible. You just need to know that, my specific person is going to call me. And it doesn't really matter if they call me after 30 minutes or tomorrow or next week. All that matters is the knowing that for sure they are going to call me, and there is nothing I need to worry about. I don't need to overthink it, because I just know that I am going to receive that call. I feel like a lot of times when we have these kind of like conditions, like, oh, this has to happen before like a certain time period is over, or it has to happen in 24 hours, or it has to happen in like 1 hour or something. I need to get this money, or I need to get my ex back within the next 20, 24 or 48 hours, or like I won't be happy. When we set this kind of conditions for ourselves, we are not once again in the state of being that is going to manifest the kind of reality that we actually want to manifest. So try to let go of those limitations and conditions and focus on knowing what you actually want to have in your life. Like knowing that it is possible then, and that it is done. It's going to happen for sure. For sure, you are going to get that phone call. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. You're amazing too. Thank you for asking me all these wonderful questions. I manifested my ex back thanks to you, actually. Like, wow, like, congratulations. And you're so welcome. I'm so happy to hear that I've been able to inspire you to change your life. I'm so grateful to hear that today. I'm so happy for you. Somebody's asking, will he come back? If you're looking for confirmation, then yes, this is your confirmation. He is going to come back to you. You are doing the right things to manifest him back. You are doing the right things. You don't need to worry about anything. You don't need to know how it's going to happen, but this is your confirmation that it is going to happen. Period. It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. It can happen. Can I manifest my ex? He blocked me. Absolutely. Like if somebody blocked you, like doesn't matter. They didn't mean it. Maybe they were just angry, but now those feelings have faded away. They're not angry at you anymore. Now they are only remembering all those good times that you had together. And it doesn't mean anything. If you start creating those circumstances for yourself, if you start creating those meanings like, oh, he blocked me and it means this, it means that, it means that he doesn't love me, it means that he doesn't want to talk to me. If you think like that, then once again you are creating a very undesirable reality for yourself. The only circumstance that exists is your interpretation of the situation. So if you interpret the situation as something that is negative towards you, or as something that is not good for you, or something that is not serving you, then that's the reality you're creating even tomorrow. So start seeing it differently, start telling a different type of story to yourself, and that's how you can actually transform your reality. Like it doesn't matter like what the circumstance is, like he blocked me, or he's with somebody else, or he said this, or she said that. Like all of these things, they do not matter. Do not interpret them as something like, oh, like I cannot manifest what I want because of this. No, you can manifest anything you want. Anything is possible. Start telling that new story to yourself about your manifestation, and it's going to start shaping your reality as soon as it becomes natural for you. When you are focusing more on what you want, it is going to start showing up in your physical world as well. It's so wonderful to see like all of you guys. Like, I've seen some of you before. Like, you have been commenting on my videos. Like, thank you so much for being here. Greetings to you too. Should I stop give my specific person the free will if everyone is here pushed out? Absolutely. Like I'm sure you already know what you're asking about, but yes, like you're the creator of your reality. If you see the world as if this person thinks with their own mind and I cannot control their thoughts, I cannot control how they feel about me, then that's going to be reflected back to you. But if you know that people got no free will and people show up exactly the way you expect them to, that's what's going to happen. That's what is going to manifest. If you start seeing your specific person as somebody who loves you, who wants to be with you, who thinks about you all the time, when you just know that within, it's going to be reflected back to you out there. You have a wonderful energy, and it brightens my day when I see one of your uploads. Thank you for being you. Thank you so much for saying that. Like comments like this, they really inspire me to keep going. I had a bad fight with my specific person. I'm scared he is gone. Okay, there is a reality where he is gone. And then there is this reality where you two are in a wonderful relationship together. Like you are together, and your relationship is the best relationship of all time. You have those two realities. Like, which one of those realities do you want to experience in your life? And I'm assuming you want to experience this reality where you two are happily together. So, the way you can make this reality your main reality, like your life, what is happening in this physical world, is very simple. All you need to do is to focus on what you want, focus on that reality, focus on being that version of you who already is living that life. How does that version of you feel like? What kind of thoughts do they think? How do they live? How do they feel? Focus only on those things. And even if you had an argument, it doesn't really matter. I think if you go and ask somebody, even if you Google, you're going to find that arguments are normal. Like, it's even more alarming if you don't have any disagreements in your relationship. So, arguments happen. That's just a part of this human experience. But you don't need to give those doomsday meanings to those arguments. I've been there. I know how you feel. It's painful being afraid, like, oh my god, what if the next text I receive is going to be a breakup text, like he doesn't want to be with me anymore or something like that. Stop giving that argument a meaning that, oh, like we had this argument and now he's going to walk away from me. No, he cannot walk away from you if you don't walk away from yourself first. You are an amazing person, and your specific person always wants to be with you no matter what. You always find a common ground. It doesn't matter if you had an argument, you are going to come back even stronger. That's the story you tell yourself. And you know that it's true. It is going to be reflected back to you in this physical world, because that's how manifesting works. It's very beautiful. Are you living in the USA? I wish I was. No. Uh, I'm living in Finland, born and raised. Um, like I hope, or why I'm not hoping, but I know for certain that like I will go to USA one day, like for sure, because that's something that I've been like dreaming of since I was a child. I don't quite know why I was always like dreaming about that and like that, but yeah, I definitely want to be there one day. How to handle doubts? Will they create? I don't want doubts, but they sometimes come, and then I'm mixed with trust, and then a little bit of doubt, and then I also have a little jealousy of possible uh, third party. Okay. How to handle doubts? Will they create? Everything that you put your focus on does create. But you can start telling yourself that, I know what I want. And what I want is this wonderful relationship with my specific person. This is what I'm consciously focusing on. This is what I want. This thing right here. This wonderful relationship with my specific person. No doubt, fear, or worry is going to get in the way of my manifestation. I can manifest anything I want. And it doesn't matter how I feel or what kind of thoughts I think about. I always remind myself of what it is that I actually want to manifest. And like I've said before, you are the creator of your reality. You can manifest what the manifesting experience is like for you. Make it easy, make it effortless, make it instant, make it very easy. Like, even if you have fears or doubts, they don't matter because you're going to manifest your desire because you're focusing on it every single day. And it's okay to have fear or doubts, but they don't need to define who you are or what your life is going to look like. Try to focus on what you want. And about that third party, mm, start seeing yourself or start seeing your relationship like, mm, in a way, like it's just the two of us. I am the only person that my specific person truly loves. I am the only person that they ever want to be with. I am the only person that they ever want to get married to. I am the one for them. We are meant to be together. He or she, my specific person, feels the same way about me as I feel about them. Focus on these things. Focus on what you want to create instead of these doomsday scenarios, like all these possible negative outcomes, like all these horrible things that could happen. You don't need to focus on those because, okay, it can happen that your specific person is with somebody else, but it could also equally happen that you are the only person who is with your specific person and you are in a wonderful relationship. That could happen as well. I know, like, I guess for us human beings, negative thinking and, fearing of all those possible things that could go wrong, that's kind of like natural to us because as human beings, our brain is just trying to keep us alive. And, if we need to be alive, then we better be prepared for anything that could go wrong in this life so that we will not die and we will stay alive. So, but you don't necessarily need to listen to those negative thoughts or undesirable circumstances or any kind of thoughts that your mind is telling you because they're just thoughts. If you focus on them, if you listen to them and you're like, oh my god, I'm scared, like this means that, like, oh my god, like now I'm scared, I'm so afraid. If you're listening to your thoughts and taking them seriously, what are you doing? You're literally creating your life. You're literally creating your life from those thoughts. But let me tell you, you can also choose your thoughts. You can be like, you know what? I'm not gonna listen to that. Like this third party fear that I have, like please, like I don't need you. Like I know that my specific person loves me. They don't want to be with anybody else. You need to find that confidence within. And when you know that, it's going to be reflected back to you in this physical world. A person's mind can easily be their worst enemy by creating their own negative thought. Exactly. Like the only thing you need to do to manifest anything you want is to change yourself. And sometimes it's not easy because we, as human beings, we do have those all kinds of thoughts. And sometimes they are not very nice thoughts. So it's not about outside circumstances. Like, it's so difficult for me to manifest not because of this third party or because of these words that I was told. Like, it's not about the circumstances in this physical world. It's about changing ourselves. It's about our ability to be able to focus on what we want instead of those undesirable events in our physical worlds. Because if you observe those circumstances that we don't like, if we listen to those negative thoughts that we don't like, that don't serve us, when we observe and listen, we're basically focusing on those. And when we're focusing on those, we're creating more of them. That's just how it works. Somebody's asking how old I am and how old I was when I became awakening to this understanding. Um, I am 21 years old, and whoa, like, thank you for asking this question. I really like this question because I don't remember if I ever like shared this with you before. Maybe I did, but basically, I started manifesting consciously about like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But the reason why I said I started manifesting consciously is because I was aware that I was manifesting even before that. But it's not like I was thinking like, oh, now I'm manifesting. It was some like unconscious process that was happening to me. Like when I was a kid, like maybe 4 or 5 years old, I always used to win some type of lottery, like every single time. And people were like, "Oh, you're so lucky. Like she's so lucky. Like if there is some type of lottery, just like write her name in that ticket and you're going to win." And yeah, like I always won something and it was like so cool. And at some point in my life, I don't remember how old I was, maybe around 10 or something, I started noticing, maybe even before that, but I started noticing that whenever I think about something and then I forget about it, it's going to happen. And then I wasn't able to use this idea consciously because then I was like, okay, I really want this thing to happen, but I cannot forget about it. I'm so obsessed with it because I want it so bad. So I cannot forget about it. And I know that it's not going to happen because I'm like this. Then, like it didn't work for me. It didn't work in my favor, I would say. So I just forgot about it. But it was like 2, 3 years ago when I became aware of conscious manifesting, and that's when it clicked for me, like, you know what, this is what I was doing as a child as well. This is what I was doing when I was thinking about those things, then I forgot about them and then they happened. I just wasn't knowing like anything about it. I was just noticing that there is something here, like something is happening here. And I think that conscious manifesting is like um one reason why I love it so much is because I really had this genuine experience in my life, in my childhood, that whatever I think about, I'm gonna see in my physical world. So it's not like this, esoteric idea that I learned about when I was like 19 years old or something. It's like, it's very natural. Like, I was kind of always doing this. But later in my life, I started doing it consciously. And it's just like, it's so much fun, to be honest. So, well, thanks for asking this question. Let's see. People are manifesting lottery, love, jobs, so many different things. Do you plan on traveling soon? If so, yes, what countries you like to go visit? I cannot believe I was literally thinking about this today. Was literally thinking about this today because I do want to travel and I've never traveled in my life before. Like I've gone to neighboring countries like Sweden or Norway or Estonia, like countries like that, but I've never really traveled. I've never been in an airplane before. And sometimes when I talk with my friends, they're okay, like where do you want to travel? And I'm always like, um I don't know. I want to go to USA, but that's kind of like I it's kind of like traveling has always been this dream for me, but I have never really thought about where I would travel. And this morning I was literally thinking about some places that I want to travel to. And maybe that's influenced by, because I watched one movie yesterday. It's called The Mummy. And I just thought to myself, like, like I really want to go see those pyramids one day. Like, I think, are they in Egypt? Like those pyramids of Niza or something. Um, I'm sorry for not knowing exactly, but I think maybe there is a little bit of confusion about that, because there are some pyramids in other countries as well. Yes, in Egypt. Yeah, so I probably want to go to Egypt one day, and also, well, this is very like a dark theme, dark theme, but I also want to go to like Paris, and I really want to. Um, I really want to go see those. I don't know how to pronounce it. Catacombs? Catacombs? Oh man. I should probably like never mind. But I basically want to I really want to travel there and go see those places, because something about something about those places is just like interesting me a lot. And when I was a kid, I used to like I was so interested in mummies and stuff like that. It was, I don't know what it is about, but it's like basically this feeling, like, I don't know, I really don't know how to explain it better. After going to Egypt, then you go to Paris. Yeah, and those are just like two places. And I do want to go to many, many countries. I just don't know it yet exactly. I was supposed to actually travel to like Germany, and from there to perhaps like France and the UK, like a couple of years ago. But then the pandemic happened and I couldn't go. But maybe soon I can start planning, traveling again. Come to India, food and lodging on me. Oh, thank you. Like, for sure, I will. One day I will. I'll go there. Let me see. Oh, thank you so much, guys, for being here. It has been so much fun. It's actually getting a little bit late here. It's like it's 9 p.m. already. What's the time where you are at? Please let me know. A good evening from South Africa. Thanks for being here. It's so cool to have a lot of people joining from basically from all over the world. Maybe you can let me know which places I should visit when I start traveling. How to act as if I win the lottery. It's it's very simple. You know, you don't need to do it in a certain way, like, this is the right way and this is the wrong way. All you need to do is to, like, you can close your eyes and start feeling, or you can start thinking first, because those thoughts are going to provoke those feelings. You can start thinking about what your life would be like if you had already won the lottery. You can see yourself having that money. You can see yourself enjoying that money with the people you love. You can see yourself living in your dream house, or driving your dream car, whatever you want to do with that money, helping other people. You can see the smiles on their faces. And when you think that kind of thoughts from this from the perspective of already having your desire, you're going to start feeling so good. You're going to start feeling as if you already are there. You already are in your dream house. You already are helping those people. You already are living your dream life. And that's the magnet that is going to attract those things into your life. That's how you can manifest them. That's how you can manifest anything you want, by becoming this version of you who thinks, feels, acts, behaves as if they are already living their dream life. That's how it's going to manifest, because this physical world is nothing but a mirror of where you put your focus. So it's very simple. There is no right or wrong way to do it. You just need to focus on something, and it's going to show up in your physical reality. Okay, so we have a lot of different times here. And somebody's from Jamaica. Have you ever been to Jamaica? No. Like I said before, I haven't been to many countries. Maybe I'll visit there someday. And in New Zealand, it's 8 a.m. It's crazy. Like I think it's difficult to even imagine that there are people somewhere out there, like literally so far away, but they are like, they have joined this live. They are watching this video. They are sending these comments there. It's like crazy because I cannot see you guys. All I see is this screen. So it's difficult to imagine, like there are, like, you guys, you are somewhere out there, like you're so far away, but we are actually like having this moment together. So it's very like exciting. How to stay away from negativity and focus on what I want in a situation where things are going up and down. Loved ones, job, mental peace. How to increase self um, belief and confidence that I can. Mm, Let me think about how to answer this question. How to stay away from negativity and focus on what I want. You need to stop observing that situation in which things are going up and down. I know it can be a little bit tricky, but you can still do it. You can get better at doing that. Every time, like this is going to require a little bit of self awareness. Every time that you find yourself thinking about these circumstances or observing this situation that you don't like, every time you find yourself doing that, stop and remind yourself that you are the creator of your reality, and whatever you focus on, you create more of. So you shouldn't be focusing on those things that you don't like in your life. You should be focusing on those things that you want. And if you have any go to YouTube video or anything, something very inspiring, maybe a manifesting tutorial, maybe a technique, affirmations, whatever it is that inspires you and makes you feel like, yes, I can do this, then listen to that in those moments where you feel like this physical reality is like, oh, like I don't like it. You must stop observing it in order to change it. You need to be able to put your focus on what you want to create. Because if you focus on the current reality and the circumstances that you don't like, then you're only going to create more of that even tomorrow. So that's why it's important to focus only on what you actually want, and be aware of your thoughts. Because so many times we have even automatic thoughts, like negative thoughts, whatever. And then we just like unconsciously believe in them. But when we stay conscious and we start noticing, like, oh, like, am I really thinking about this? Or like, what is this? Like, stop, like, please, like, we're not listening to this. Like, let me like hear this video or like whatever go to affirmation I have to put me back into that God state or the powerful state of being where I know that my focus creates things and I only choose to focus on what I actually want to have. Someone is also from Africa, Zambia. Now that's very interesting. Like, I'm so grateful. There are so many people from so many different countries. You will love Thailand. There is so much to do there. Thanks for the suggestion. Like I'm gonna need to write a list after this live video. Like these are all the countries that I am going to visit. And then start visualizing those. Feel so connected with you. Ah, I'm happy to hear that. I can't imagine clearly. Have you any tips, please? Or is it like you cannot really see your desired reality in your mind's eye? Is that what you mean? Like you cannot like visualize it very clearly? Like do you lack details or do you feel like, when you're imagining it just doesn't feel real? Or what is it like? What is it like for you? Please let me know. Hello. I think that soon I'm gonna be ending this live because I'm getting a little bit tired. It's been a long day and my voice is getting a little bit tired already. But so far it's been so much fun. Like it's been so much fun answering your guys' questions. So thank you to everyone for joining this live and sending all these nice questions. Hello. Been seeing 111, 1111, all these numbers, angel numbers. That's great. That's awesome. I think I saw 1111. It was like either today or yesterday. And it's a funny thing because, sometimes I get into a rut where I feel like I don't feel so good. I Sometimes I feel like almost like fuck manifesting. Like things are not working out in my favor. Things are not going my way. Like this doesn't work. Sometimes I feel like that, and then it's like another um kind of like voice is telling in my mind, like you're that's so stupid. Like of course you're creating your reality. Like you're creating your reality even at the moment when you say that things are not working out. Like you're literally manifesting that right now. Was like my point was that sometimes when I get into those ruts I don't see any 1111s or any angel numbers at all. But when I start like mm, practicing manifesting again, and when I start feeling better and when I get into that better state of being, it's very magical. Like those numbers, they just start showing up and I see them like, okay, thank you. They are a confirmation that I am on the right path, and it's just so great because I don't see them if I feel down. It's crazy. I only see them whenever I feel good. It's it's crazy. Oh, I love this question. Who have you watched on YouTube to help you manifest? I love this question. Like there have been so many times when I have wanted to talk about this. Okay, I feel like I need to make a video or something about this. There are so many great channels out there. If I'm watching manifesting videos, like at the moment, because I do watch them, they inspire me, they help me tune into that, state of being where I know that anything is possible and my desire is already here. So one of my favorite manifestations YouTubers right now is Manifest Fast with Jasmine. Like, she got some amazing content. Another one that I love is Shelly Ballard and her courses. They are absolutely amazing. Like, they are a life changer. Um, Law of Attraction Solutions, Joseph Alai. I don't watch his videos that much, but sometimes I do. He got some really great content. Mm, who else? I think I'm getting a little tired here because I gotta think anymore. But there are so many channels that I used to watch. One channel that I found very recently, it's called Illuminating Joy. Um, I don't even remember the name of this woman who is making those videos, but I just found those videos very inspiring. Like the channel Illuminating Joy. Maybe you can check it out. Like, I don't know. There are so many great channels. Almost every channel. Sammy Ingram, Veronica Isles. So many great creators. I don't know what more to say. You are right when you said our outside world is reflection of our inside, and self-love and self-care is so important for other things to be easy. You are so nice. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to connect with people who really get it, what I'm talking about. It's it's so inspiring to talk to people who feel like, this really makes sense. Because I study at the university, and um the academic world is like, it's so much different from what I do on my YouTube channel, for example. It's like academics, it's like, like research and all these journals and everything. It's like, if you're gonna state like, you're gonna argue something like this is like this, then you basically need to have some type of reference. You need to prove it. You cannot just say that something is like this. You also need to prove it. Like, you need to like be like, okay, according to this research or something. Like, you cannot just state, you cannot just claim things there. And it's like it's like so different from like spirituality, because many of these things, it's hard to explain them, and it's hard to like um prove them, because there haven't been much research done on this, I feel like. Or maybe the research has been like something that doesn't really serve the purpose of spirituality or something like. But I feel like, even though I study at the university, and even though I'm in that academic world where everything has to be proven, you cannot just say something, it has to be proven. It's like, I also don't like to talk to you guys about anything that I don't truly believe in. Like manifesting, for example, like I said before in this video, is that as a child, I used to manifest so many things unconsciously. So I don't just talk to you about things. I only want to talk to you about things that I truly believe in, that, and also that I have at least some type of experience in this. Like, I believe that this works. It has worked for me. It has worked for other people. I don't want to be telling you just like, okay, you see 1111, it means that, you are going to find the love of your life tomorrow. I don't want to be telling anybody that because, or something like that, because I feel like everyone is the creator of their own reality. If you believe in something, it becomes true to you. So I don't know, but I just like, I really believe in manifesting. Um, and somebody's also asking what does manifesting mean to you? So it's just like very natural. I've been manifesting my life mostly unconsciously, but also consciously for my whole life. And I think that this is the way this reality works. It's not like one day you can decide, like, today I am going to manifest my specific person. And when they come back, then I'm just gonna never mind. Like, I will not manifest anything again. Manifesting is not magic, it's not a trick that you can use one day and then the other day, like, you fall back into your old patterns. It's not like that. You're always creating your world, you're always manifesting. You're doing it either consciously or unconsciously. That's how manifesting works. Everything is a manifestation. That's why it's so beautiful. Like, if you ask me, like, you know what? Like, do you think I can manifest my specific person? Do you think I can manifest this? Or is he going to come back? Or whatever your question is. My answer to you is yes, you can manifest that. Yes, he is coming back. It is possible. Because you are the creator of your reality. You are creating everything. And because of that, because you have created everything, you can also create your desire. Like, you can manifest anything you want. You can create anything you want. And it isn't that like so amazing. Like, we are not victims. We can change our lives. We can manifest our dream lives. We can do those things in life that we have always dreamed of doing. And it's so empowering. Like, no more being a victim. It's so empowering. I talk to you daily on the congratulations you won. It's like a telephone call kind of video. Thank you so much for like watching this video and talking to me. I don't know, like, when I made that video, it's like I just had this idea. Like, I never knew like if anybody had made that kind of video before, but there are these techniques. I believe Neville Goddard has this telephone technique where he is basically telling people to guide to imagine a scene in their head where they are talking to a friend on the phone or something, and this friend or somebody is congratulating them or saying something about the manifested reality as if it has already happened. And I think that's a wonderful technique. That's also called living in the end of already having your desire, feeling, thinking, behaving as if you already have your desire. And it's going to manifest for sure because it's going to be reflected back to you in this physical world. That's how manifesting works. I feel like I feel like I've said it like 10 times during this video already, but um there was this saying like, I'm not claiming to be any teacher or something, but when a teacher um repeats something, it means that it is very important. So just wanted to put that out there. Can you do these live streams more often? It's great. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Um, Definitely, I want to do that because I have a new setup now. It's way more easier to live stream. So yeah, like, I intend to like go live more often. I know I've said that before, but yeah, I really want to do that now more often because it's very effortless now. Can you say when you again you will do another live chat? You inspire me. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy that I inspire you. Okay, let me say that. Okay. I don't know exactly when I'm going to have the next live stream, but definitely like in January. Like I will go live again next month for sure. I promise that. Okay, I think this is the last question for today, or at least the last question that I am going to answer because I am getting a little bit tired. And obviously, I want you guys to have the best experience, like during these live videos where I answer your questions. So, the last question is about anxiety, depression, mental pain. So, do you suggest anything for self healing from anxiety, depression, and mental pain due to several reasons and being misunderstood and not being my best version many times? To be happy from inside. Yes, I can suggest you something. So, first of all, tell yourself that it is absolutely okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel anxious. I am naturally a very anxious person. That's something that I feel like I almost feel like I was born this way. Like I'm very anxious and I'm very sensitive. So I've had to like think about ways of dealing with it. So it's absolutely possible. So it is absolutely okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel happy. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel excited. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to feel anything. Feelings are just feelings, they go away. I'm sure everyone has had those moments when they are very happy, and everyone has had those moments when they are very, very, very sad. And even those moments, they passed. And today is a new day. So try not to give meaning to those things. Try not to resist them. Like if you feel anxious, like tell yourself like whatever, like it feels uncomfortable, but like I'm anxious. So what? I don't care. I feel embarrassed. I feel anxious. I feel uncomfortable because I'm like getting tired here, but I really want to hang out with you guys. But it's okay. I don't need to give meaning to that feeling. So I'm going a little bit off the topic here, but what I wanted to basically tell you is that, well, if you want to practice self love and self care and things like that, you can find so many different, self meditations or affirmations and self love techniques out there. And basically, when it comes to self care, like, just like taking care of yourself, eating well, exercising, making sure that you get enough of sleep, doing these kind of very simple things, putting yourself first. Even if you've had the most terrible day, you can ask yourself, like, what could I do right now? What is something little I could do right now to make tomorrow a little bit different day for myself? And maybe that's like something like it can be something very little. I don't know what that would be for you, but sometimes for me it's like, if I do the dishes or something, if I feel like like things are not working out in my favor, like I definitely don't want to do that. But if I do that, then it's like I'm serving myself. Like I can make myself feel a little bit better tomorrow. Because even if I feel anxious or even if I feel depressed, I am not the same as anxiety or depression. I am not those things. They are just some some feelings that I am experiencing. And many times, especially behind anxiety, I've like so many times when I feel anxious, I realize that the anxiety itself is not the problem. Anxiety is only a symptom of another feeling that I'm not allowing myself to feel. And it can be unconscious. It can it's possible that sometimes those beliefs or thoughts, they were unconscious since my childhood. And today something happens and I just feel anxious about it. So whenever you feel anxious, you could try journaling, for example, writing about how do I feel? What kind of thoughts I think? What is bothering me? All these kind of things, like showing up for yourself, listening to yourself. How do I feel? What kind of thoughts do I think? Because when you start becoming aware of those, when you get them out of your mind and you put them on the paper, you can like look at them. You can start seeing like these thoughts, these feelings, these stories, these limiting beliefs, they are not me. It's just like energy. And I've carried this energy with me for a while. And I can let it go. And it's absolutely okay to feel anything I feel. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel depressed. Everyone does. You know, let me tell you, if you don't feel anything, that's very serious. That's like, that's a really big problem. If you don't feel anything, if you don't feel anything, like, I would be like pretty concerned about that. It's normal to feel things when you go through life. It's part of the human experience. It's just life. Those emotions are going to pass. Try not to make any huge decisions, or try not to lash out on somebody else if you feel triggered. Try to, find that self-love within to really be aware of your thoughts and feelings, and be like, I can see that I am feeling depressed or anxious at the moment, and I really need to take this time for myself. I really need this time to check in with myself, start prioritizing that, because that's going to help you out. Like, so often there is something else behind that anxiety or that depression, some type of limiting belief. And when you have that limiting belief, it creates your reality. And then you observe that reality and you feel even more depressed because it's not what you want, and you're not getting your needs met. Meets Meets met. You're not getting your needs met, and that's making you even more depressed. But you first need to become aware of those unmet needs, those thoughts and feelings that are causing you anxiety and depression. And then you can start showing up for yourself and really giving yourself those things that you need, telling yourself those things that you need to hear, all that kind of stuff. And when you do that, you are going to start feeling better within. And that's also going to start creating a different type of reality for you out there. Because when you feel good within, it's going to be reflected back to you in this physical world. Wow, I feel like that was such a long answer. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for asking all these wonderful questions. I am so tired right now. You can probably tell, making a lot of mistakes and stuff like that. But definitely, I am going to be live streaming again on January. I will let you know when that happens. Thank you so much for today. Thank you for sending all these wonderful questions to me. I had a great time. And yeah, good night or good evening or good morning, whatever time it is at you. I will see you again tomorrow. So, bye for now.